right, welcome back to the Shock Drop Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. I'm joined with my co host, Kyle and Azeem. In this week's episode, we have a lot of exciting topics to cover, starting with the latest news on Nike SB, including a possible collaboration with Travis Scott and Nike SB later on this year. We'll also be giving you the sneak peek into some upcoming sneaker drops that are coming for 2024, over 6 months away from now. We'll also be discussing Kanye West's latest lawsuits for the egregious environment, if you want to call it that, at his school, DONDA Academy, that is now being closed down and exposed. And we'll be breaking down the details and exploring of what this means for him as a future, as well as some sneaker industry future. And as always, we appreciate your support and feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel or follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts to stay up to date with all the latest episodes. So let's get started. So, guys, I guess the first couple things we got are the upcoming drops. So tomorrow, those Setsubon. I know, Kyle, we were talking about them for so long, and it seems like now that they're finally
Finally.
here, they're just not it anymore. I don't know.
I mean, like, I think probably because we've waited so long for them, the hype kind of died down from the initial photos of it too. But also, it was supposed to be like an early spring shoe, and now it's like we're kind of getting into the middle of spring. I don't know if that would affect people's perception of them.
I almost thought this would have been better as like a fall shoe. It's kind of the same colors as like the
Yeah.
Spider Dunk that dropped a while back.
Yeah, but the thing is, Setsubun is for the first day of spring. That's like the meaning
Oh,
of
is it?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they probably try to release it now.
Of course, and Nike's timing is always on point.
At least they got it a lot closer than some of their other drops.
They got it
At
within
least
the
they get
same
delayed.
season.
Yeah. I'll definitely say now that more pictures and stuff have come out rather than
Mhm.
just kind of the stock images, and seeing the picture that's on Sneaker News, like you really see the cracks in that leather. I'm
Yeah,
not really a fan of that.
yeah. I didn't even know until you brought it up the other night that it was a cracked side panel. I was like, wait, really?
I like that it's a lot more detailed than most dunks, though.
Yeah,
That
But
is
it's
true.
like,
Yeah,
I, I don't know if I could wear this like every day.
yeah.
that the swoosh kind of looks leather, but it also,
Looks
I don't know, maybe it's just
not.
yeah, maybe it's just frayed leather or something.
Oh. Yeah, I wonder how
It's not
the
like
crack
suede. It's like,
This
felt.
one looks like leather. This is the medial one, but that lateral
it kind
one
of
looks a
reminds me of
little
like
messed up.
the material like on top of skateboards. I forgot the grip tape.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it looks like it's kind of been skidded on already.
yeah. I wonder if how those cracks in that side panel hold up the more you wear it, or will it like kind of continue to crack even more and like
Well,
fall
how
apart?
are your lost and founds doing?
They're doing fine.
Really? No extra cracking? Nothing?
Not that I've noticed, but I mean, granted, I've only
Okay.
worn them like 3 times.
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
this is on the side, so it might get more like cracked than like the lost and found just on the top.
Right.
I definitely think the toe box will get messed up pretty fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I just wish the
But
timing of it was a little bit better, or like it like matched up with the at the peak of when people were really hyped up about them.
yeah. Oh, hey, at least they got it kind of in the spring still.
Yeah,
So, I'll
true.
give it to
Yeah.
them. Good job, Nike. You got it.
You got it within the same
Um,
season.
yeah. But speaking on the details, the other one we've got later this week is the needleworks.
Hmm.
Um, I really like the design. I do kind of wish they did a little bit more in some areas, but what do you guys think about it?
I like it.
Yeah, like you said, I liked it, but it was kind of like a little too subtle. Like I wish they had more patterning.
Hmm.
I like the laces on these though. They're not like rope laces. They're like, eh,
Rope laces.
yeah.
They're real.
And
They
it's like
kind
they
of we were
did,
just talking about it earlier. They're like the Travis SB ones.
Hmm.
yeah. And they have like a different insole, which is nice too. That kind of matches the rope laces.
The padding on the collar on these also looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that little jewel on the back on the Nike,
Oh,
like the dot on the eye. I'm not a huge fan of
Really?
that. Yeah, well,
I
because
what
think
it
it's
is
a
it?
just
detail.
I wonder if it's just like kind of like if you were to use a needle and like poke a hole through something.
Oh yeah, it looks like a needle hole or something.
Yeah,
Like
because also you can see through it. Maybe it's just
yeah,
um, but yeah, I don't like it because it's like it kind of stands out, but then the Nike is so faint. It just like if you don't
yeah.
see the Nike, it's just like why is that dot there?
Yeah.
But
I kind of
yeah,
wish they did more rollout for the shoe because like
mhm,
we just like got like some pictures of it and then nothing
yeah,
happened and then it suddenly appeared on sneakers.
right,
And
right,
and I was saying earlier that it's interesting. This is one of the first dunks in a long time no one's had early.
really.
Or if they had, like, I mean, nobody's shown pictures of it, but the only pictures that are on and like floating around are just the
Mhm.
official images.
Hmm,
Nobody's had them in hand.
too much of a secret.
I also didn't notice, but the toe box is different.
Yes, I thought that
I
was a
didn't know
really
Oh yeah.
cool design.
what is it.
I don't know. It's kind of it. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I thought it was really cool that they kind of made it something different to go with the details
It
of like
reminds me of like the
needlework.
pattern on some of those dress shoes, like the
Oh,
more like
Oh, maybe.
design.
like Oxfords or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, maybe, maybe.
I don't think
That
it's
would
that. I
be
just like
really
remind me
good
of
to
the.
see in a behind the design on Nike sneakers.
I would agree. One oh shoot, what was I gonna say? I don't even know. But oh, we were talking about like how like details like these could have been instead of like how crafts use like different materials, like if they did stuff like this alongside
Yeah.
with the different materials, that line could definitely like be like would take a huge step up in like hype or not even just hype, but like in quality as well. Like
Yeah, it
in
definitely feels more premium just doing
hmm
and this is probably nothing special. I mean, this is probably the same leather, they just pressed it in, right?
sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Um, I mean, more than likely, right? They just
yeah.
took some gray dunks that they had in the back and were like,
Well,
"Hey, press this down and put this on them," right?
They
yeah.
had the
Um,
machine for the Louis Vuitton Air Forces, and they were like, might as well still press some stuff.
yeah, just press
Yeah.
what we can before they take the plates away. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, it could be super cheap, and again, it's very interesting that nobody's had these yet. It's so surprising to me.
Mhm.
Like private selection even normally gets like the brick GRs if you want to call them that, right? I mean, they
Yeah,
still get everything in early, but I don't think they even got these in.
yeah.
That's also probably why the StockX asks right now are like $1,000 for this shoe.
But I wonder
Um,
also because if no one has these in hand, like what if Nike really just surprises everyone with the quality on them? Like these could also be very like premium material.
I
they
mean,
could,
like,
yeah,
do you think it's gonna be that much better leather? Like, looking from the pictures, it doesn't look like insane. Like, there's more
No.
padding, but it's not like anything too
yeah.
crazy.
Honestly, this is the one that gets me. It's this picture, that overhead picture. That's what makes me
Mhm.
think it could be more premium.
The insole
But
looks more premium for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I
hoping by this collar and everything, the inside is gonna feel a lot better,
yeah.
but,
Oh yeah,
we'll
that's like
see.
kind of why I'm like, I kind of need this for the toe, just so it's like a more comfortable dunk.
Mhm. But we'll
This is
see.
a women's one too. Is it come in your size? Is it there's no extended on this, right?
I don't believe so. I think it
Uh,
stops at 12 women's.
good thing I can fit into a 10.5 men's,
Okay.
Nice, okay.
So
There you go. So you're good.
yeah.
just at the edge.
Cut off a toe if you need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it is, wishful thinking of premium material, then I think everyone will be pleasantly surprised.
Azim, do you have any other women dunks in like a 10 and a half like that?
No, I
The 10 and a half,
haven't.
12? No? I was gonna say I'm
Yeah.
curious if you feel like they're tighter than like a normal dunk for you. So
Hopefully I
I
cop
guess
them and
something
we'll
to
see. We'll do the
yeah,
comparison.
after
Report
you get
back
them,
later then
we'll speak it into existence after you get them.
Yeah.
Don't worry
tomorrow.
about it.
Not tomorrow. Wednesday, right?
2 days, right? Yes,
Yep.
the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but speaking on some other drops that we've got farther away, we got a bunch of Nike SB news, and I think that we saw this one kind of early on, but Adidas skateboarding is starting to come back with some collabs. It kind of threw me for a loop when I saw the Adidas and Atlas collab,
Hmm.
but they did a forum. It's not anything super amazing, but
Right.
it's their traditional design, I guess. Are you guys into those kind of designs? That old style, or do you prefer the newer skate shoe style? I wouldn't even say it's new, right? It's SBs, they're recycled too.
Yeah. It's just a very like classic like 80s design almost.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's a
like
good way to
the
describe it.
sole too. I like how it's like unique at least.
Hmm.
I
But I think
think
like
uh
the
are
bunny forms. Oh, sorry.
are
The
these
bunny forms
recycled?
are a little bit more wearable. That's
Oh
what it kind
yeah,
of.
that's true.
But I don't.
I don't know what the bottom material is supposed to be or what it's supposed to look like.
I'm kind of used to Nike just blowing us up with this kind of insole, and we're just assuming that it's all
Yeah.
recycled.
It's like the space hippie thing.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean,
I
like
don't.
I don't mind the design, honestly. It's just it's clean. It's classic,
Yeah,
I
it's a
guess if you
recycled
consider.
canvas tongue and quarter panels.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and quarter panels. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Reground rubber for the outsole.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I guess it kind of surprised me. I didn't know like Atlas, I guess was on board with Adidas. I guess they probably have the same partnerships with most of those shops since they have the Adidas skate shops and a lot of
Yeah.
those. Is there any skate shop that you would want to see a collab with Adidas? I don't know if you know
Maybe
what
carpet
shoe, but
company.
ooh, Carpet Company would be good.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head that I would be interested
Trying to
in
remember all the
seeing.
skate shops again.
Also true.
I would like to see
I was gonna
concepts do something with them.
Yeah, concepts would be cool. They usually do pretty well with their designs. I
Yeah.
was gonna say Familia, but I think Familia is very in bed with Nike, so I don't know if they would do one. Maybe I'm not really sure what they
Oh,
would
also
do, but no, go ahead. Which
Civilist
one?
too.
Oh, Civilist would be
Yeah.
good. Yeah, speaking of Civilist, one thing I don't think we ever got was those Civilist Air Forces. They were the same
Were
thing as the Dunks, but they were
really?
Air Forces. Did we ever get those?
Not that I know of.
I don't know if those
I
ever
didn't
dropped.
I didn't hear of anything else with temperature changing
Yeah,
material.
they were the same materials. Maybe it was just samples then. I thought they were
Oh.
like going to possibly release, but I guess not. Um,
Oh yeah, we got like pictures of it and then it just never appeared.
yeah, I will say that the Civilists have a horrible flaw, and that is the temperature change only lasts for so long.
Oh,
And
rough.
yeah, being in my room, they overheated, and I saw the temperature change a lot in my room. But they are just black shoes now.
Oh no.
So
Dang.
that's all
That's a
that they
bummer.
are. Nice shoes for sure, but they definitely lose their temperature control, which is pretty sad.
That is really
Uh,
sad. Dang,
especially
man.
when you spend a band for them.
Oof.
Uh, yeah, it
Oof.
definitely hurts.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
oh,
For some
not
black shoes, right?
yeah.
But oh
Going
yeah,
back to
Before we
when
okay.
you
move
were
off this
saying,
topic,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna just show Concept and Adidas did actually do like a skate kind of thing where it was like a
Oh,
workshop though.
Sambas.
It's like yeah, and it was like a bling ting workshop and
Oh,
they were bedazzling it.
That
nice.
is super cool, actually.
Um, I was gonna say
Bling things. Oh,
another not really necessarily a shop that I would like to see do an Adidas, but like I'd be interested to see how Sean Cliver does it.
like what is it? Strange Love.
Strangelove, and the winter one. This I'd be interested
Uh,
to see how he would take on like an Adidas shoe. Like,
I
It'd be
definitely kind
interesting,
of
yeah.
I kind of hope that we get some other models. I guess I'm not really sure what other skate models that they have that would do well. We have
Yeah,
the
I'm trying
it'd
to
be the
think.
forum.
Samba, the Forum.
Does the Samba count as a skate shoe?
I think it's a skate
No,
shoe. No, it's not. It's a
I don't
what
I thought
think
is
it
it
was
it?
is.
more. I thought it was more soccer-esque.
Yeah, it's
Is
like
it a
one of their
soccer
oldest
shoe?
models, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those shoes that blurs the line, right? It goes into so many categories. I'm not
True.
really.
Yeah.
What is the other one? The
Forum
uh
campus.
oh, Campus. Yeah, okay. Is Campus a lifestyle shoe? Is that what that's considered?
I think so.
Okay.
Honestly, let's see. What else would there be?
But I think they're all
Is
kind
that
of like
a
very neutral, where we could see them go into anything, or
True.
like they
Yeah.
could do any of them for like a skate shop.
Yeah.
I definitely think the Adidas collabs are probably going to be, they probably won't get as much hype or price, but they will probably be the significantly more wearable shoes.
Right.
Like, I love my Grateful Deads, but I have such a problem wearing those out anywhere, right?
Yeah. They're so
Um,
furry.
yeah. It just and it like it picks up so much dirt or like any of the other shoes. I mean, a lot of the SBs just have so many material things on them
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes it causes problems.
Right.
Not to say Adidas doesn't, right? Like those Sean Cliver or not Sean Clivers. Oh man, I can't believe I confused him with that. Sean
On
Witherspoons.
Witherspoons. Whoa,
Yeah,
big difference.
yeah. One is a
Yeah.
way worse designer. Yeah, but Sean's shoe that had the strings hanging down, that was
Oh
terrible.
my
That
gosh,
was a
yeah.
horrible design, and, like, that to me was
Hey,
just like, okay, that's basically him saying, like, "Okay, if it rains, you're gonna walk around with the rain on your shoe for the rest of the day, plus
Rain,
anything
mud,
else you step
whatever.
in." Yeah,
Yeah.
like, terrible.
So bad.
Yeah, and I
his,
definitely think
his
the
recent
Grateful Dead
Gazelle is a
jersey
little bit
will.
better.
Oh, Gazelle, yeah, that's another
'Cause-
one. Is that kinda the same boat as the
Sambas, yeah.
yeah,
Similar.
I think
that's kinda what
so.
I place them as. That
Yeah.
that I would definitely say seems more like a soccer shoe.
Mm, yeah. It's like
Maybe
almost like
that's
a
just I
cleat.
just yeah, I just kinda get the soccer vibe from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see some other maybe, I don't wanna say people, but, maybe Sean Cliver. I wanna see some other places do stuff on the forum. I feel like it's just Bad Bunny right now, and, like, I'm
Yeah.
kinda getting tired of Bad Bunny on there.
Bad
Did
Bunny
Shoot
also
Monster
Um,
kind of
collab
gives
with
me
it?
like similar vibes of like Kanye and like Jerry Lorenzo, where it's the same thing, but you're just switching the tones.
yeah, oh, they just putting out random colors.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like it's
that's
like an earth. It's a very like earth tone. It's like
yeah,
leaning more towards earth tone now because I think there's
that's
a new one coming out. I think it's
well, I was
olive.
gonna say that's funny you said that. Well, maybe coming out as an olive. Oh, I think that was one that was shown, but there's two samples that also popped up of a high
Okay,
res orange and a bright yellow.
okay.
So they
So
they
like
got
fear of
two,
gods.
yeah, two going the other way, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, everything else will be the earthy colors, I think for sure.
yeah.
But other SB news, I know that we were kind of waiting for the Run the Jewels to load up, and they loaded the highs, but we still I don't think that we still haven't seen the lows load up.
Correct.
And some news that's coming through is that it looks like some of the shops, right? We don't know all of them, but some of them are getting two times the stock of the high as the low. I think we can all agree we all could have guessed that. Is
Yep.
that pretty fair? Right?
Not surprised.
Pretty normal at this point.
Yep.
But it's kind of speculating right now that the lows might end up being a skate shop only for kind of how limited they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think that's enough to kind of boost up this collab?
Yeah, I think it's Nike trying to like bring back hype into the model and just like make it a little bit more limited than usual.
Yeah,
And I
but
think it definitely does a little bit.
yeah, I mean, yes, but at the same time, if you wanted to, make it a little bit more limited and hype, why increase the stock of the highs?
Yeah,
Like if you would if they kept them both like relatively low and maybe both skate shop exclusives, um, I could totally see people, wanting them a little bit more because
Well,
of just like the hunt for it, I guess.
I think the highs are your like if you can't get the lows, it's what's the word?
Consolation prize.
Consolation. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
I guess, but
The
it's just
highs,
like it kind of sucks as someone who also kind of likes the highs. It kind of sucks that like the highs are kind of relegated to a consolation prize instead of like having their own like
value.
2 feet to stand on. Yeah, instead of just being like the forgotten black sheep of the family.
When you break them down, though, the highs come with a lot more, and the highs
Yeah,
also come with two
Yeah.
sets of lace locks, which I was very disappointed the
no
lows
no
did not
extra
come with.
DLCs.
Yeah, the Tiffany you had to pay $400 per for those, right? I mean, this one they just give it to you.
Yeah.
I think it also comes with like 4 lace options, and you can get really bold with it or go really subtle, whatever
Mhm.
way you want.
Yeah. So I
Um,
mean, I wish it wasn't that way, but I do understand like it's hard to please like everyone, but
yeah,
I kind of wish
Yeah.
they
I
kind of
will
kept
say
everything low across the board.
I'm kind of hoping Killer Mike or the whole Run the Jewels group, I guess, kind of does something with it.
Hmm.
Again, just like the other, like the needlework, I feel like there's just not a lot of promo for it.
Yeah.
Um, and for a lot of the SB crew, they hate things getting out so early.
Hmm.
But if it doesn't get out that early, I mean, a lot of people would never even know about it until like
Right.
the day of the drop.
Exactly. And it's like even so I remember there were pairs that had the Run the Jewel logos on the heel tab, right?
Friends
Or
and
the
family.
heel. Those are friends and
Yeah.
family,
It's
right?
on the
For the normal pairs that are going out, where what's differentiating? Like what is I guess telling people that it's Run the Jewels? Is it just the insole?
The insole I think says something,
Hmm.
and then underneath the shoe has a
Oh,
pattern.
has a okay,
Yeah, but again, it's
gotcha.
it's like one of the Drake shoes that I always complained about was like when you look at the shoe, you should be able to tell
Right.
it's something like it, right? You shouldn't have to have somebody stomp your face into the ground to be able to be like, oh, look, I see the
Do you
pattern
see it?
now,
Do you
right?
see it?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious. Like,
um,
yeah, what
yeah.
is actually? There's like not if you didn't have anyone on the ground or
Yeah,
looking
if you
inside
see
your
somebody with
shoe.
the lows on, you have no idea that that has
uh,
anything to do with Run the Jewels,
Gotcha. Okay.
unless you have
yeah.
the
I wish
highs,
the
because then the
logo on the
highs have
back.
the lace lock.
Right. But the lace
Yeah,
lock, I guess you could kind of take that off and put it on any shoe at this point,
if
right?
you get both of
You
them.
gotta get both
Yeah.
pairs.
Yep, you got to get both pairs. That's the thing, though.
If only they
You're
sold it in a pack.
paying an extra $100 just for those lace locks. So
Hey,
I hope it was
that's
worth it.
that's the DLC we've
Kyle,
been hoping for.
Yeah.
Kyle, if they sold it as a pack, would you have bought it?
Probably not,
Oh.
because I'm not a huge fan of the pony hair on the highs.
Oh. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That would have been a cool thing to sell, like through Run the Jewels, like
Right.
a
Like a
fan
birthday pack.
certified
Yeah.
pack or something, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Is like
unless
you can get
unless
both pairs in your size.
unless it's happening. I mean, we don't know. It
Yeah, it
could be a
could.
birthday
I mean, who knows?
surprise. Could be a birthday surprise. I'm just saying.
Usually
I
artists drop
Yeah.
their own like shoes, so maybe we'll get it.
Yeah, it'll probably be on his birthday too. So 420, that is Killer Mike's birthday. That's probably when we're gonna get something for it. I think skate shops will release either that week or the week after. One of the
It's
two.
is the high still scheduled for the 20th?
Well,
Yes.
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
because
But
the lows are gonna be later, right? Or is it just skate shops
no,
on the
it's
same
supposed
day?
to be this. It's supposed to be the same time. So either it'll be skate shop only, or they'll just load late. We'll see, I guess.
Find out.
But speaking on the pinks and that high stock, something that I thought was very fascinating, and it was also kind of the very first one that kicked all of this whole SB hype off. The Travis SB in the Rainbow Wave box era
Hmm.
was the most stocked Nike SB that released during that time.
Travis was?
In the rainbow box. Yes, the Travis SB was.
Really?
And it was a skate shop exclusive, I think. So no one got it except for skate shops,
Really?
which is probably what helped fund them to come back a little bit for all this. But
Huh.
That's crazy. And yeah, it says the only pair that came close was the Polaroid SBs, second most stocked Polaroid SBs
Hmm.
for the
That's pretty
rainbow box.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild, right? And for how much stock there is, one, there's a ton of reps too. I think StockX said for a couple months that was one of their most popular shoes that were coming through as fakes. But I mean, the prices on them are so crazy. I mean, to think that, and for a while, I think I was in Germany when these released because I was trying to enter skate shops in Germany. But they were selling from skate shops for like $1,000, and I think the cheapest you could get a pair was like $1,500. Like it
Jesus.
was it was crazy. Like at the launch, it was a crazy crazy price. And now I think they're still like 1,800 or more. I mean, it's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I gotta say though, they for a while I don't really wear my pair anymore, but they were like probably one of the comfiest SBs that I had. I don't know why. Maybe it was the tongue, but it just felt super nice on. But yeah, I guess it kind of shows you, the stock numbers don't always mean everything. Even a shoe with a lot of stock can still like skyrocket in price. Granted, that shoe did have a lot of backdoors and other
It
problems that came
feels
with it,
kind of
but
sacrilegious. It feels
the
kind of
Travis
sacrilegious
one,
that like Travis Scott was the most stocked SB instead of like an actual skate shop collab or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like they did that though as a way to get more people on board, right?
Yeah, I felt it was so late into the SB hype that I was like compared to like Chunky Dunkies, which were like much more early into the cycle. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, why?
Do you think it's kind of like Nike? I
Wait, the
don't know
Travis
if
SB came out before the Chunky Dunkies.
did they?
Wait,
Yeah, it was
what?
the Travis SB was the very first SB that started all this. I'm like 90% sure because I was in the
It was
US when they won the
2020.
Chunky Donkeys. The Chunky Donkeys came out in May.
That's
Uh,
Travis.
wild. Actually, okay,
yeah,
never
the
mind. I was
Travis came
wrong.
out in
That makes sense
February.
then.
Yes, the Travis was first.
But do you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, never mind then.
Yes.
That kind
2020
of
was
makes.
a blur.
Yes,
Because
was.
that's when stuff like blew up because Travis SB happened and then like Travis just wore an SB like every other week and prices just shot
Yeah,
up.
I remember he was wearing like a bunch of different SBs. And that's when like everyone kind of got into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I jumped on. I mean, I never was exposed to dunks and stuff until then, and then I was like, all right, well, guess we're trying pairs now. They're pretty
Oh
nice. Yeah,
wow.
I like them.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it was that early into 2020.
Yeah, so I guess my figure with it was, they have a huge collab like that, right? They onboard a bunch of people and then they try to
Mm-hmm.
drop all the other shoes, right, to get more people on it.
Makes
They
sense.
definitely did it well with the SB, but then I think that system has failed on like every other shoe, right?
Yeah.
The Air Max didn't work, the trainers didn't work, twos didn't work. Anything else?
Uh,
I mean,
Maybe
I think
sevens.
it just
We'll
depends on the
see.
model.
yeah. Well, maybe it's the execution on that specific model, not just the. You know
That
what I
could be
mean?
it. The Travis SB was also, a lot of people don't, I guess, talk about it the same way, but the Travis SB was very close to a trophy room situation. The only difference was it wasn't one guy behind it. It was every shop,
Yeah.
hey, the shop's a little low on rent. There's a guy offering you $1,000 a pair for this, and you're, the only person that's got them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could take 5 bands and you covered the shop for like 3 months right there.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the also news is that we might be getting another Travis SB later this year. I don't know if this is closing out the Travis cycle or closing out the SB cycle, but um, I don't know. It's not defined as it's going to be a dunk, but what SB model would you want to see Travis on? He's already done a low, so let's assume he
Yeah.
won't do another one.
Blazer would
What
be
would you
interesting.
Blazer? Okay.
I know you don't like Blazers, but I just would
Yeah.
be interested in seeing
I mean,
that.
I like the off-white Blazers. I mean, I
Yeah,
think he
I'm
could do a
sure you
lot with
do.
it. Yeah.
I
I
But
think a
yeah,
think,
blazer
Blazers
low would
great.
be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
a Blazer low, yeah. Yeah, Kyle was just talking about the recent Blazer lows that just came out.
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
Um,
it seems like Well, at least it seems like the last few collaborations, like not random collaborations, but the ones with
Small artists
small artists,
or
small
creatives.
not creatives, but like small skate groups or brands. Like
Yeah.
it seems like they've been doing a lot more like blazers, blazer lows, along with apparel drops. So I don't know if that's a hint at anything from Nike, but it'd be interesting to see what I guess if there is a Travis effect on that on Knuckle Blazer, if there is one.
Do you think they would do a Janowski collab?
Oh,
That would be very interesting.
didn't even think about that. Because they
Yeah.
do have one coming back up in a couple weeks.
It's already out in some.
In
The
some,
red and blue
I'm
yellow
saying in
one.
yeah, but I'm saying for
Yeah.
sneakers. It's dropping on the
Oh, there's
19th.
oh,
Because there was a drama though with Janowski's though. Like
Yeah.
they were trying to
But-
drop less of them. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They pulled the product because I think they were overselling it, right?
Something like
I think
that.
that's what happened. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
that
they
would be
learned their
interesting.
lesson is really what happened. They probably are doing what is a good and, trying to reduce it down so then that way the people that want it and are interested kind of get that chase for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, sitting on stock is good for some shoes, but you can't do that for everything.
Right. That would be an interesting one. Another interesting model that he could, if they let him do it.
Yeah, and
Imagine
we're
the clown.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Imagine the clown everyone and do a Jordan 1 SB for everyone who said that Travis was done with
That would be
Jordan.
super cool,
ones.
honestly, if it's
Yeah,
like
Gil-
a peel off or something.
Yeah.
We're still supposed to get the Jordan 7, but I mean, like, nobody has seen anything, nobody said anything. My
Yeah.
assumption is they're waiting for like the whole olives and everything to finish over before anything else happens.
That would
But
make
if
sense.
there's the 7 and some kind of SB collab, I don't know. That's going to be a lot this year. 3 Travises in 1 year is going to be crazy.
I mean,
Wasn't there
Oh, go ahead.
more than 3 last year?
Yeah,
there
but
was quite
this
a
is
few last year.
also we were also kind of on the downhill now of the Travis hype. Ever since Astro World, it's kind of been going down. And I think I really look at it as a way of like the Phantoms really
Mhm.
like collapsed in terms of price. Granted, it was an all black shoe, so I think that does have stuff to do with it.
Right.
But the price kind of collapsed and stuff on itself for resale versus like a lot of the other shoes, they kind of bounce up, right? They go down up until release and then they bounce up right after that.
Yeah, because
Um,
everyone can't get them.
Yeah. So the olive, we don't know, what it's going to do because it's a women's only. It is extended sizing, so it's still
Right.
going to be less than those sizes. I heard it goes up to a size 15.
15 and a half. Or
15
no,
and a
men's?
half?
Wait, for
No,
men's
yeah.
or women's?
I think it's 15 men's. What's 15 women's? 15 and a
15's
half?
15 and a half in women's is a 14
Ooh.
men's.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's probably what it is. That
Yeah, 'cause
seems
I
more
was
likely.
gonna say a
I heard
15
15, but I didn't
15
hear
in a
which
men's would be
one.
a 16 and a half in women's.
Hey,
Oh no,
some of
it'd be a
them could be
17 in
NBA
women's.
players. You never know.
It'd be like
That's
2
crazy.
people.
My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Already,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that and this goes down even smaller, right? Because it's a women's sizing. Is that how that works?
Should go down to like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Or a 3.5 men's would be a 5 in women's, I am assuming.
I just want the biggest pair and the smallest pair. I just want to see them side by side.
They ship in
I
the
could-
exact same box.
You could probably fit it in the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
I do
interesting.
like
That would be
I
funny.
do like the olives though a lot though. Are you
Mhm.
guys fans?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I think I'd cop it for personal.
A lot of people. Did either of you guys get reverse mochas or keep them?
No, I only got a
No.
size. I only got a preschool size.
So a
So-
lot of people that I've seen said that if they got reverse mochas, they don't like the olives. But if they miss
would
the reverse
agree.
mochas, they like the olive, right? Would you
Yeah.
take the reverse mocha
Yeah.
over olive?
Oh, all day.
Oh, really?
I think
Yeah,
I'd take the olive a little
Wow.
bit more.
I like the olive. Yeah,
I like those. I like my light browns and
in white.
Yep.
Yeah,
And sail.
it does. I mean, it looks so good together. It
Yeah.
really does.
I I know you like your fragments. I like the olives
Yeah.
more than the fragments.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Which lace is on the olive?
What laces do it come with? I forget.
It comes with green, olive, black, I think red. I
Or
have to look at it.
the white, the normal white. Hmm.
Oh, maybe a white. Yeah.
I'd have to see
It
how
normally
the
comes with like
olive.
four
I can't
laces.
visualize the olive laces on it just yet, but definitely not red.
Yeah, definitely not the red. There's a couple pictures with the olive laces in it. I
Oh, okay.
prefer the olive laces. That's what I'm gonna throw in mine.
Would you do one foot one color and the other foot another color?
Not in these, no.
Okay,
I do that normally for like the OGs,
sure.
for like the original shoe and like the line, like the off whites. My
Uh-huh.
original line, I do that, but not the other ones. The
Interesting.
Travises, uh, my OG pairs are one-off laces, but then everything else is like my ones and my one lows. The OG pairs are swapped,
Mm.
but everything else is the same color. Oh, just kidding. Actually, no. My OG lows are both pink now.
Oh,
I took out
nice.
the red.
The pink is nice on that one.
Yeah, most of them are pink. Pink on the brown is just so good. I
I
can't
know.
explain it. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
But speaking of, things that look so good, we've got a little bit of some hints of some releases for 2024. I mean, it's kind of usual that we get releases like pretty early, but
Yeah.
I mean, 2024 is a little wild already, right?
It's
I
like
mean, we
8
just
months
got to
away.
April. Yeah, we just got to April. But it looks like some rumors are some new Air Maxes coming. And we've already seen Air Max ones kind of coming back. Do you like those? The Micah Air Max One comes out later this week. Are you for them, or what are you guys
Yes.
thinking? I guess yes,
Topping.
yeah.
I like
Topping.
them. I think they're like a little too boring for me to like wear, but they're a good shoe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm using them as like daily beaters.
they definitely are coming out with, I think, super wearable Air Max colors more
Yeah.
than like a lot of other
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
But
And
We already
I
saw
just
some
like
rumors of
these.
some
Oh, go ahead.
the other Air Max ones coming out, and I think those are like a lot more interesting looking than the Micas.
Which ones?
the Shimas?
Oh,
Those already dropped.
I think so.
Oh, did you know
I
Shima
just
means
remember
stripe?
seeing.
Shima means stripe. I thought Shima meant island.
I thought it meant. I saw somebody's review. He said it meant stripe, and I was like, "Yo, really?" We gotta fact check that now.
I asked my wife. She says island, and she's Japanese.
Okay, well, yeah, I was gonna say I think I'd take her. I think it was Sean who said it was who said it was stripe.
God. Wait, Sean? Who's Sean?
Sean, go.
Oh, Sean Go. I thought you were mixing that with Seth. And Seth.
Oh, no, Fowler. No, 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 no. I think I swear, I think it was Sean.
Oh.
I don't want to misquote him. I'm gonna have to check back on the video, but
Well, we were talking
yeah,
about Seth having false information.
yeah, yeah. But I think he checked through StockX, which was I feel bad for him. It was the only site that didn't have extended sizes up. So,
That was
but yeah,
funny though.
surprisingly, everywhere else has extended sizing up. I don't know why StockX doesn't have that.
Oh, I can confirm that the extended sizing right now that is on the back end is 5 women's to a 15.5 women's.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a
that's probably what
size
it is.
3.5 in men's to a size 14 in men's.
Okay, nice.
I forgot what these are called, but these brown and white Air Maxes with like the spelled out Nike on the
Oh,
back.
Oh yeah,
yes,
okay,
you
we saw
shared
those.
those a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Something. Wait,
these
those
ones
ones are
look crazy.
not the.
That's the
Is
one with
that
the
that's the
really
one
nice
with the
leather and stuff, right?
3D like
Yeah,
swoosh on
it's
the
got
toe,
like
right?
yep, and it has suede, leather, and some other
Yeah,
I think canvas on it.
Are those
yeah.
coming out this year or 2024? Or
I
do we not
don't
even
know.
know?
Uh,
Dang. I hope later this year. If we've got samples, they're probably coming out within the next 3 months. That's generally what
I
yeah,
happens.
like I like that Nike like on the back how they like changed that up from the
yeah.
normal. That's really cool.
What is it
I
normally?
think
The
Nike is
check
trying to.
mark?
It is. Oh shoot, where's my pair?
Yeah,
I
mine's in
don't have
my
my
closet,
tree
so I can't
lines in
check.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine's by
that's
the
what's up.
door. I don't have it with me. But yeah,
It's like the Nike written in a swoosh, but it's like
yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of the
okay,
regular
that's
Nike
what I
logo.
thought it was.
Ooh, that's nice though. I like how they're switching little things up like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they
I think they're trying to be a little bit more creative with it because
Hmm.
everyone's kind of getting bored.
Please,
yeah.
2024 be the year of the Air Max ones. Please.
Only 4 years later than what we've been thinking. We've been thinking
Exactly.
it's like every year up till then. One of these days.
One of these is, and then it's finally. Oh, it's this day.
Yeah.
It's finally arrived.
We called it. We knew it all along.
All along, just like when the Shock Drop are.
But
It's like,
speaking of material change, one of the big ones that's been throwing everyone off is that Jordan 4 bread, uh, and coming in a leather upper. What
mhm.
do you guys think about that? What is it normally? It's like a canvas or like a
It is
nubuck or something
a
like that.
yeah. I think it's a nubuck.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Do you guys
actually
have
picked
pairs
that
of
up.
the old ones,
No, I don't think I ever got
I,
pairs
s-
of the last
I
release.
sold my pair and now I'm regretting it because I'm like, damn, I kind of want it
bro?
for the toe.
Yeah,
Oh
because now you're gonna be
no.
stuck with these.
Yeah, so I'm
Hey,
like, do I just want to cop this just to have a pair of bread fours or should I just wait?
Mm,
yeah, definitely. I'm a little nervous. The price on them is going to go up on the OG pair once these come out if people don't like them. Because the only thing
yeah.
that we've seen is, I mean, this is still like a year away. The
Mhm.
only thing
At
we've seen is
least.
a custom pair, and the custom pair for sure is going to have way better leather than
Yeah.
what Jordan Brand is going to come with. And the one that
I mean,
Jordan Brand is coming out with also has an aged midsole.
Yep.
If you're into that, you know.
I think if I
Reimagine.
tumble the leather a little bit more, might look better, and that's the only thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
what recent kind of Jordan to compare it to in terms of leather, but I can't really think of any. Have you tried the Lucky Greens in hand yet? I've heard the leather on those is really nice.
Lucky Greens. The
The ones,
No,
ones.
I've seen the
yeah.
pictures, yeah, but
Yeah.
not like looked at them.
If you, I think it was Wear Testers, or
Yep.
maybe it was Seth. Somebody did a review and they noticed that if you look at it, it's actually thicker than like the traditional
I
kind of
think
ones.
I think it was Wear Testers because I
Was
think I
it Wear
remember
Testers?
watching that one as well.
Yeah, so that was a pretty interesting catch. So I do
Yeah.
actually want to kind of feel them in hand and see how they are. It's good colorway, but I don't think it's gonna shoot off shelves or anything like that.
Yeah, green. That bright of a green is a little tough for people to wear normally.
Yeah, yeah, unless you're a Boston fan, right?
Right. Exactly. Or it's St. Patrick's Day all the time.
Yeah, yeah, every
Could be
day
in
at five
Ireland.
o'clock.
Hey, I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. um.
Other shoe that's 2024 probably not going to get a lot of hype is Aqua Nines, but probably just going to be the only 9 release of the year. We don't get a lot of those.
Yeah.
Uh,
Surprise.
Other
Surprise.
one is Metallic 85 in the red colorway. I think it's only the red colorway so far, but are you guys fans of the metallic ones? I don't know if that means anything to either of you, but
Not really.
Uh, Not particularly. The purple ones that released like a while ago were like
Yeah,
all right, but these are like I don't see myself wearing these.
I agree. It's
especially in an 85 cut.
yeah. It's not. I mean, I guess it just harkens back to the OGs, right? The OG metallics.
Would you would you rather have it as an 85 or as a regular retro one OG?
Mm.
It depends on if the 85 would come with better packaging. If the 85 version would come with better packaging, I would probably like it as an 85. But if it's just gonna like, you know,
It's just a shape.
here's the same box, maybe a red top, and
Yeah.
then like the shoe inside, I mean just give me the regular one. I think it'd be better.
Honestly,
But
like I have no preference between the two.
I like the 85s when they felt special. The Panda 85 like ruined the special effect.
Did the other
Like
ones feel special?
Yeah, definitely.
the Georgetowns I thought were like hard to get. I was
Georgetowns,
considering
neutral
keeping a
grays,
pair.
they were pretty like
Neutral grays were
limited,
very
and it
tough.
was like
Yeah.
they were still
Well,
unique at the time.
outside outside of like tough to get, like what was there anything special like packaging wise?
Um
I
Neutral
want to say it
gray
was a
had something, didn't it?
box. You I think neutral gray had a different box,
Was it like a
but I
white
mean,
and
like
gray
they did that for a
box?
lot of like. Yeah, but I
Neutral
mean, they've been
gray.
doing a
Okay.
lot of Jordan 1 highs, like unique boxes now. So
Yeah,
it's
I
because
not.
I
don't think
think
the
the
Georgetown
Lucky
had
Green
anything.
ones, Lucky Green ones coming out like next week or no, this weekend, right?
This
That one
weekend.
has a
Yeah.
quote unquote special box because it's a green instead of red.
Yeah, green on black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like if that's like outside of that, that's like I feel like it's kind of I don't want to say common, but it's like not as rare anymore to like switch up like the box colors and stuff.
I think like
Yeah.
when they first started dropping them, it was like
Yeah.
this different cut of Jordan 1. So it was like, oh, most people haven't seen it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're kind of like getting more saturated with them.
Yeah.
They really only
Okay.
do about one a year, don't they?
One or two at least,
Well,
yeah.
no, I think there have been a few 85, or have there
There's
been?
the reverse
Panda?
spreads, reverse breads, right?
Yeah. Reverse spread was the first one, right?
Georgetown,
Georgetown.
neutral grays,
That was the
and
second one. I think Georgetown was third. And then
then
the
this one.
pandas.
Yeah, so four,
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, really, we haven't had a whole bunch of them.
right?
They definitely. I think the panda one was pretty high stocked,
Yeah, I think it
but
was the highest out of the four,
yeah, for sure.
which
But
makes sense because it's a black and white shoe.
yeah, that one was probably the one they were like, all right, well, if everybody wants an 85 here, just shut up and take it, right?
And the thing is, not everyone wanted
Yeah,
it.
not everybody wanted it. Yeah, I definitely would take it in some colorways with some packaging, but I wouldn't take it as just a regular Jordan 1 that I have to pay extra money for.
Right.
And hurts my ankles maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of that. But we've been kind of talking about the future for 2024, and I guess something that relates to the future uh, a little bit behind. Some of the I guess the way that I came up and a lot of the other sneaker YouTubers that were doing and making videos, and then eventually became kind of sneaker botters that were making videos. I didn't really know this, and we kind of talked about this a couple weeks ago, but the I guess they were all in some deal with Complex to make content and stuff like that. If all
Hmm.
these people go away, do you think the sneaker community is gonna stagnate? I guess in terms of growth, that we're just not gonna get people that are interested in it. Having people that make botting videos and stuff is good, but does that attract just resellers and not actual buyers to the community now?
If we're
Uh,
hmm,
I mean, like, I feel like everyone who like kind of wants to be in sneakers has already found out about it, except for like
yeah,
younger kids who are like trying to get into the hobby.
right.
So I think like some of those people might not like the kids might not get like as much
Would they
exposure
come
because
in
all
as
they
like
have is like
resellers rather than collectors? I
no.
guess
Hmm.
it's tough, right? I mean, if they
Yeah,
if they only come up and there's no like none of these guys are making reviews and stuff, it's just people who like you and me, right? It's like, yo, I'm with House of Carts and I cop 15 pairs of lost
yeah,
and founds. Let's take a look at them. Okay, well, this is how you get them, right?
right.
Versus somebody who we used to see who was like, oh, I got seeded by Nike. They
Or
sent me
bought
this
an
pair
early
to do,
pair.
yeah, or I bought an early pair, right, to do this
Yeah,
review for you. Yeah, you don't get that exposure anymore.
yeah. I mean, outside of that, it would just be like reading articles, but like nowadays, the attention span for the newer generation's not that high.
Yeah.
That reading
Yeah.
is not really gonna draw them in, right? They're more likely just to find a random TikTok about someone doing a quick review or
Oh,
something
that's
like
true.
that.
I feel like TikToks might like keep it going because people will be like, "Oh, look at this shoe that's coming out soon," and like
And it's a quick what
blah blah. Talk
45
about it.
second plug of like hit all the
Yeah.
highlights, bang bang
I mean, you could
bang.
you could put 10 minutes on TikTok, I think now.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
could
I mean,
argue that
so
it doesn't have like. You could
oh, go
argue
ahead.
it's kind of like just looking at the shoe, be like, "Oh, that's cool," not like taking it all in, like how we used to, like, oh, for all the
Yeah.
culture and stuff behind it.
Yeah,
That's the only
especially like
thing.
yeah, especially like, some of the ones that we just talked about today, like some of these have like hidden details that it probably take a little bit longer to explain the meaning the meaning of a symbol or what it
behind the
means
design and stuff.
behind the design or
Yeah,
like
exactly.
what it means of like it being a retro. Like they haven't done this in X number of years. Like it's really cool that they're
Oh
finally bringing
yeah,
it back, etc. Like stuff like that. Like
I
explaining
think you
that
could
would
ask a
take
lot of
longer than
sneaker.
a short.
Yeah, I think you could ask a lot of sneakerheads like why are Jordan 1s retros like called that, and I don't think a
Mhm.
lot of them would know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like I think it was Sneaker Fetish. He was the first one to make the video that in the or the Tiffany Air Force, the yellow lace was for the yellow Tiffany diamond, and a
Mhm.
lot of people ended up crediting him for that, right? So if he hadn't have made that, people probably would have just said it was just like a random color that came with it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think it does add some stuff to it. I think TikTok definitely helps. And Nazim, you were talking earlier. You said some Adidas shoe just sold out, right? Because of TikTok. Was it the
It
Campus?
Sambas?
was the campus
Oh, the campus.
00. It's like yeah, they were selling out in some sizes just because of TikTok, and like Sambas before that were selling out because of TikTok and
What
stuff
are,
too.
are are people just showing them off? Are they showing like outfits with it, or
Yeah, I think it's like outfits and stuff, and like people want to recreate the look, so they're getting into that.
okay? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, maybe TikTok is the way forward. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, if it doesn't get banned, right? But
Sure.
I've
But then
I've
there's
heard
also
that.
YouTube Shorts
Yeah,
or other
well,
versions
I've
of it.
heard that shorts is not going to last very long. So
Good.
corporate wise, shorts is not making money
Yeah.
because if you think about it for longer than 30 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty hard to load a 30-second ad on a 15-second video,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
these guys kind of figured out, oh, we can't really advertise unless we're paying other content creators to make TikToks with our stuff in it or something like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, definitely I don't know. I think outside of TikTok, I guess, what would you say would be the next one? Instagram, or would you say it'd be YouTube Shorts?
Probably be YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel
I
like
think
Yeah.
because you can get a little bit more detail into it. Like with Instagram, you just see a post and you swipe to the next one.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
also
that's
like
true.
the search functionality in Instagram isn't really as robust as
That's true. Like if
YouTube's.
you want to look for information about a shoe, like in
Hmm.
YouTube, you can do that
Right.
somewhat in TikTok, but you can't do that in like Instagram at all, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and Instagram I think also tends to filter out a lot more, so it's harder to find stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
It sucks right now.
yeah, especially with the verification thing, they're really burying people unless you're gonna pay.
Yeah.
So it really makes it tough. Yeah. Speaking of tough, I thought Jordan Brand would have got the picture from the last one, but Brandon on Twitter was saying they're going to have multiple Jordan Travis jackets in the coming, I'm assuming the olive release, and they're
I
going
would
to be like
assume so.
$600+. That last varsity jacket was like $700, and that thing sat. Like I don't think
Yeah.
any sizes sold out.
Let's
I don't
see.
get it.
Yeah.
I really don't understand. Even the shorts that sold out, the shorts was like the only thing that sold out, and I'm still stuck with the shorts. Like I don't really like it enough that I think I want to wear it, but
Yeah.
then I also can't sell it.
That's
So
crazy.
it's
It's
like a
like,
double problem.
yeah. I why? I just want to know why.
The shorts kind of made sense,
No, no,
but
no, not
yeah,
the shorts. I'm
for the
saying the
jacket,
varsity jacket. It's just like
yeah.
why?
The varsity jacket would make sense if it was like a special edition thing,
Right.
right? It was like, oh, there's
Yeah.
$1,000 edition, and you get the shoes, a jacket, a T-shirt, the pants or shorts or whatever, a hat,
Uh-huh.
and something maybe exclusive, maybe a special box.
Well,
That would be cool.
Wait, it was
yeah.
the brown one, right?
Which was the brown one?
The brown varsity jacket that just
Yes,
released.
the last one. I think it was brown with white sleeves, right?
Yes, that's what I'm looking at
Yes.
right now.
Yep, that is
Retailed
definitely
for
it.
640.
Absurd. Who's paying that? I mean, Drake was charging like 700 something dollars for his varsity jackets, and I don't even think those sold. Like
Oh
they would
man,
just sit in stock all the time.
The last few sales have not been pretty.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, people are. If you cop those, I mean, you were probably like just trying to recover some kind of money back.
Well, I see some sales here for under 550, so those guys are down
Wow.
bad.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
after before fees.
Yep, and
yeah.
after taxes after you bought it.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
definitely a rough day for sure. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why they keep doing this. I figured after the last one they'd actually figured out that hey, people don't actually like paying this much for these jackets anymore because they just
I mean,
realized
I
that
wonder if
Travis
like
Scott is not varsity or designer.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
yeah.
does he wear a lot of varsity jackets with these for
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
himself
does.
personally?
I
Oh, he
think
he
does.
so.
yeah, he wears them as a fashion thing, so he'll wear them for
Ah,
like some of the stage performances. But he's
okay.
I think other than that, I don't think he really wears them out. I'm
Still
trying to think.
crazy.
I think he wore one at like the Super Bowl. That's where I remember him wearing one last time.
Mm,
He wears
Yeah,
like
that was
some
interesting.
jackets on his Instagram page, but like they're not the Nike ones, so
yeah.
Yeah,
So if he's not wearing it, who
yeah.
is?
It's the whole thing of like the Kanye stuff of like you don't see them actually wearing their stuff, right? Does it really
Yeah.
make you want to wear it anymore? But speaking of having stuff that people wore, one of the other things that kind of popped up, and I think this actually popped up a while ago. It was a little bit sparked up again because of the Air movie that's come out. Have either of you guys seen that yet?
I have not. I kind of want to
no.
though.
I want to see it. I wasn't able to go this past weekend. I'm not able to go this weekend either. So I'm struggling to find time, but eventually I will go see it.
Yeah.
But I heard that this gentleman that we've got on our screen up here is Sonny Vaccaro. Vaccaro. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but he was
Mhm.
like edited out of the Last Dance, like completely, and he was like a big Nike exec that was there, and I think he split and ended up going to Adidas.
Oh dang.
But he had a 1991 pair of the Jordan 6s that Michael wore in the finals. Both pairs signed, crazy, double signed,
Jeez.
and they were gifted to him. And apparently, around the Last Dance, he put them up for auction on Sotheby's.
Dang.
Which he said, you know, there's no issues between him and Michael, but you know, that's a pretty big gift to put up for auction. You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he wanted the money, but you know, estimate from Sotheby's was 500 to $750,000. Crazy, for sure.
But we also know Sotheby's estimates are notoriously low.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, I mean this could go way higher.
Yeah.
It probably already finished. I mean, I don't know what it finished at. If
But game worn, photo match, and double signed
yeah,
from a
it's crazy.
finals?
Yeah.
That's insane.
In the sole, I mean, it looks crumbled, but it's still
Yeah.
intact.
Right. But it's also like
Intact
a
enough to take a picture.
yeah, but it's also like such an iconic colorway for a six too. So it's just like you have everything going for this one. Like, man, that's crazy. To even see it that it exists. Exists.
See if
Let's
we
see
can
how much
find
to
what
go
price they
for.
sold. Yeah.
Wear testers? Oh no, I think it's everyone just talking about it, right?
Um, yes. I don't know if they have a price.
Nope. Let's see. Does Sotheby's show final prices?
On
I
some of
believe
them.
they
Oh,
do.
said there was 15 bids. This doesn't
Dang,
be this can't be right. It says 40,000. That really it?
guess so. Unless it's something else completely. Do, 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 do.
Oh, Sotheby's announced.
But it doesn't show a final score, does it? I mean, not final score, final price.
Uh,
I guess not.
yeah, not on here.
Dang. I wonder if even if it did sold, like, would it just be like private anyways. Like the buyer probably would have kept it quiet or something.
Yeah, a lot of these shoes, the buyers don't want to be known. Like that Drake FNF Diamond SB that I
Oh,
posted about.
yeah.
Like the
Hmm.
buyer did not want to be known.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean they buy it in dip. I mean they don't want to be known. They want to have their small collection that they've got. But
Hmm.
this is pretty cool to see that, it's people that close that get gifted something, and then,
Yeah.
eventually these stuff, come up for sale. Just have to be able to afford it. Casual $750,000 for shoes. That's all.
That's no biggie.
Yeah.
It's not like you would
Since we're talking about, oh, go ahead.
not like you would wear them anyways. It would just sit in a case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those shoes I
Speaking,
would.
Yep.
speaking of sold by auctions, though, I was looking at the Off-White Future Dunks, and I was like, oh, size 9 for 30K.
Yeah.
Are
What
they?
was that?
Size 10
Wow.
is 35K.
What
Yeah.
was the estimate? 2 to
2 to 4?
4?
2 to
Yeah.
4,000.
Oh, I found the price. I found the price for the
Oh, did you for
sixes.
the
You just had to log in to Sotheby's.
Oh,
The
wow.
lot sold for $250,000.
Oh, 250? Wow.
252, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it was less than they thought.
I wonder if there was a reserve that it had to hit. So,
Oh,
it,
maybe. Oh, maybe it never sold.
hey, I mean, it says lot sold for 250,000, so I don't know.
I think there's a lot bigger fees if you do reserves, so maybe they don't do
Uh,
that.
maybe. Yeah, maybe he really needed the money. I don't know. We don't know his life.
Well, speaking of somebody's life who we do know about, our last kind of story that's oh boy, it's quite a roller coaster, I guess. So it looks like Cecilia Haley, who was an educator through the DONDA Academy, she was the only black full time teacher there at DONDA Academy. Very surprising, honestly. But she is kind of put through. I don't know if it's a lawsuit, but they're definitely talking about the storm that was going on there. So I guess some of the things that we'll go through, they can only wear black. Not the weirdest uniform, but definitely strange. What else? What else? They didn't have a lot of chairs, so they were either standing or just sitting on the floor.
Yep. Or
A
eating
little
sushi.
Yeah, they only were given sushi, which uh strange. And apparently he was paying like $5,000 a week for this sushi that he was picking up.
So weird.
Um outrageous. I mean, so they're only wearing sushi.
They're
Allegedly, they took out the Holocaust from their education, which
Oh,
is
really?
very freaky. Yeah, so this
Yeah.
definitely
Whoa.
anybody like I'm definitely on the camp that like Kanye was doing the White Lives Matter as a thing to get out and shock value. The Hitler thing is a lot harder to defend as shock value when he's carving it out of an education system.
Oh, dang. I
Like
didn't hear about
that's
that.
like yeah, that's I mean is allegedly, right?
Sure. Sure.
But that's pretty horrifying if
Uh-huh.
that's what's going to come to light. Is that he's
Yep.
like hollowing it out and then trying to push his narrative on that.
Dang.
What else? They none of the teachers had to be certified in CPR, which is equally as freaky when they didn't have any nurses or janitors there.
Yeah.
So like it said later in the Vice article that they were cleaning with microfiber cloths and acid water. What is
What?
that?
What?
That's what it says. It literally says that here. Hold on, I'll
That
find
is wild. Like, I don't even.
it. The school has no janitorial services. Instead provides teachers with microfiber cloths with acid water for cleaning.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. But that
This is
is.
like, I have two
I,
questions, right? Like, first off, like,
only
did he not
two?
just
Only
hire
two?
anyone?
Yeah.
No, no. And they're pretty like broad questions. Like, first, did he not hire anyone who would like think about these things beforehand and be like, oh no, we should get like cleaning supplies and stuff like that, or like
Nope.
create an education like curriculum And then the second question is, who was sending their kid to Kanye's school?
I think a couple people that were just like some other, very rich kind of people like that. I feel like really when you're at that kind of level, you just want to send your kids to some place where they can get like a basic education and not be around normal people. Right? Because the
Yeah, I guess
reality is
so.
those kind of people like in that circle are never going to have a real reality, right? The
True.
kids whose like kids are hanging out with Kim Kardashian's kids in the same school are probably not ever going to live a normal life.
That's
So
fair.
like
Yeah.
I don't really expect them to need to go to school in the same way. They should, for
Yeah.
education circumstances, but I don't really think that they like they don't have to go to college to do good, right? They're gonna end up with like $50 million in the bank either way.
Yeah. I think it's
Um,
also like crazy too that like all of this like educational shortcomings is at a school named after his mom was
I know.
an educator, like an actual educator.
And he even said, I think somewhere that his mom taught school, so he knows what he's talking about. And like
Th-
I can't believe that he would say something
I
like that. That's
I feel like this is just disrespecting her name.
it,
It's
it
like
really feels like that.
ruining her reputation as an educator,
And
right?
and yeah, further down right under the acid water, it talks about material being taught. It does not follow California's regulations, and I don't know what the heck they've got for their lesson plans and stuff. But it also, more importantly, I think, never had any system for disciplining kids. It talks about kids bullying each other, even a kid trying to slap a teacher after hitting a student. What was going
Jeez.
on there? I don't understand. What are they doing in this place?
Nothing, literally nothing. It
Like,
sounds like this is just crazy. This feels like a
it,
movie.
yeah, I don't
And
get
it's
it.
like I feel like they would have to have more in place to like be allowed to be a school. It's like, how did this happen?
You know what this reminds me of? Accepted. Do you guys remember that movie?
No, I don't think so. What
No.
happened?
It's like a movie from like the mid 2000s with Justin Long as the main character where he is applying to college but he doesn't get anywhere. So he to like appease his parents, he like made up a fake school and he and like a bunch of his friends like are, I guess educators or instructors of this fake school, and they have the most random classes. I don't know. It was like a this is what it kind of feels like. You just like kind of just make up a school and just do whatever you want in it.
That's basically what it is. It kind of says that the like the kids like ran the place.
Yeah, that yep, sounds like that movie.
And yeah, so here's a
Interesting.
students aren't allowed to bring any outside food or drinks with the exception of water for lunch. They're instead provided sushi paid for daily by Kanye, which was eaten in a furnitureless lunchroom without forks. So they made them eat without forks. Is that I don't know if that's with chopsticks or they made them eat sushi by
Well,
hand. They made these
Yeah,
kids
with
sit on
hand
the
is kind of
floor and eat
crazy.
sushi with hands. That's horrible.
and then they just have to wash their hands with acid water, I guess,
Yeah, I was
and
like,
clean
those
up.
kids like sat down and stood up touching the floor
Oh
like
yeah.
every single time.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Let's see. Wall art is banned from classrooms. So are traditional chairs.
What?
Uh, they're expected to stand for the entirety of the class or use foam cushions. Teachers use stools. I'm sure that's great for their back. Trash cans are limited to the kitchen and classrooms. Okay. Wait, no bathrooms? It didn't say anything. And for some reason, coloring sheets and crossword puzzles are banned.
Oh
Oh
man.
yeah,
This is
okay. Next one is the best one.
oh yeah.
All right. All classrooms had to be held on the first floor. Now,
Why?
why could this be? Classes could not this is in quotes from the lawsuit. Classes could not take place on the second floor as defendant Kanye West reportedly did not want children or staff to go upstairs since he was reportedly afraid of the stairs. I don't even know what to say to
I feel
that.
like the more you read this article, the more like unhinged it feels, and it feels like people are just throwing words at an article, but it just feels so surreal that this is actually in a lawsuit.
It's wild to think like this is all real life right now.
I know. It feels so like dystopic, but it's real.
The lawsuit, the plaintiff's attorney, they say, they're saying, Kanye West is clearly as bad as running a school as he is managing his own personal and professional life.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
It's
Get him
pretty
with
easy
the
to point a finger at him too, since I think it's pretty famous since like 2016. He says he hates managers, right?
yeah.
He's been bragging, he's been doing it himself. It's pretty hard to blame anybody else now. It's yeah,
It's all
definitely
you,
definitely
Kanye.
a lot to take in right now.
Yep.
Oh, is this it? Uh, yeah. So this is the actual place. The this Jower building. I didn't actually know what the outside of the building looked like, but I guess that's it. It kind of has that same Earth Tony vibe, I guess, that he was kind of having in his building. So, kind of makes sense. That's where he would look for a lot of windows and stuff.
Well, jouer in French means to play.
Oh, is that what that is?
Well, I
I
don't know
guess.
if it's French or not. I'm assuming it's
Oh,
French because I recognize that from my French days.
definitely makes a lot more sense than like
French day.
Jower. So,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, clearly they're not there to learn, so it's
Yeah.
obviously not the word for learn.
It's definitely what I said. That's definitely what it is. It's make it up as you go. Yeah.
Yep. That's what Kanye is.
Yeah. I gotta say, this is very interesting, and it's even more interesting that only two people uh have come forward. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, it says Cecilia Haley, an educator for 25 years, and her daughter, uh, Chikari Byers, who's also a teacher. And yeah, it was just them two who are putting the lawsuit. Oh, yeah, I skipped over this in the very beginning, but very important. They were paid irregularly, so paychecks were not paid on time, and they were short by up to almost $3,000.
For
You're late
pay
and
period.
you're
Holy
short
cow.
3K per pay period. That's crazy. First of all, what were they making to make
Dang.
3K less per pay period?
Yeah.
Um, California teachers are getting crazy money, I guess, out there. But yeah, I mean that is outrageous. I mean to be short that much money. Um, yeah, I'm sure that he probably had people on some wicked contracts to get them to sign up to come out there and not say anything, right?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Um,
there's an NDA or something.
or there probably was until all this happened. They're probably breaching all that to sue them now. Yeah, this will be very interesting. I'm very interested, just like the StockX Nike one. I'm very interested to see what comes to light from this in terms of like more exposure and like what was going on inside. Because really, the only things we've seen are like a couple videos that have been posted. That's about it. Like from the inside, they don't really show very much. It's very private. Yeah. What do you guys think? You think they'll shut them down completely, and you think they're gonna go after them for money, or do you think it'll just get closed down in the end?
I think it's just gonna get closed down DN. Like, I mean, mainly because of what you said earlier. The kids who are likely to go there aren't likely the kids who are gonna live in a normal reality where education is,
Matters.
matters for them. So I feel like it's just gonna be like, all right, well, Donda Academy is closing. Good luck with your millions.
Yeah, off to the next boarding school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drake's boarding school.
Yeah.
teach operations, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if I had to live like that where kids were slapping me and I had to eat sushi with my hands every day, I might also want some reparations.
Yeah.
Then the stool thing also bothers me. So like there's no backrests
Yep.
anywhere.
The poor backs.
Kanye's hunched over a school of
Mhm.
students.
What a shame.
Yeah, definitely a very interesting kind of breaking news. It came out a couple days ago, but we're waiting for more charges to get filed and more information to come out. But of course, when
Mhm.
more info comes out, we'll keep you updated. I think this is everything we've got for today. So if you're listening, thanks again for keeping up with us this far. Don't forget to give the episode a rating, and thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.